Hello everybody, welcome back. Bobby here, Robert, whatever you want to call me. So today we're talking about the New England Patriots versus the Seattle Seahawks game in Foxborough, Sunday night game, prime time. Everybody's watching, Super Bowl rematch, and it lived up to the hype. It was a really good game. I think it was 7 or 8, one of the two. Lead changes throughout the game. But as a New England Patriot fan, what I was looking for most was battle test. I wanted them to be battle tested. That was the most important thing for me because I believe every team that wins a championship has to be battle tested once in every season. And the Patriots had yet to be battle tested with Tom Brady. So I wanted to be battle tested. That obviously happened. And the reason I wanted to be battle tested was if in the Super Bowl, 90% of the time they're decent games. And you're likely to be losing at some point in the game, or at least be in a tie game. You know, you have to know how to react in those situations. And if the entire season you do not happen to be in one of those situations, you'll sputter. You know, the wheels will be spinning, but you're not going anywhere. You'll be freaking out. So I wanted them to know what it's like to be down in a game, to, you know, have to fight back. And look, 7 lead changes tells me that they went through that, which is good. I did want to see that. But one of the things I didn't want to see, I didn't want to be exposed. Necessarily, I don't know if exposed is the right word. I didn't want to be destroyed in any specific category of the game. I wanted it to be a good game. I wanted them to play well, and if they lost, okay, well, you can build from it. They lost a close game, and they can build from it, but the Patriots have a lot of work to do defensively. Offensively, to be completely honest, they don't need to change a thing, and they can win a Super Bowl. To be completely honest, that's how I feel. Adding Dion Lewis will only help, tremendously. They ran the ball last night so many times. To give a specific number, give me 1 second, I'll get it up. Let's see here. So 21, 26, 28 times they ran the ball. 21 for LeGarrette Blount. That's ridiculous. James White had 2 carries. That's too many. That is too many carries for James White. Why do I say that? Because he's the worst running back I have ever seen in my entire lifetime. He's the worst running back. Is he bad as a whole? No. He's a fine, all right player as a whole. He is the worst at running the football. The only reason he has a place on this team is because he can catch the ball, and he's Dion Lewis's backup, which is great. That's fine. Good for him. Awful at running the football. He got too many carries this game. LeGarrette Blount, the first drive, the Patriots looked really good in the first drive. I don't know if you remember that. They moved soundly down the field behind LeGarrette Blount and some open passes from Tom Brady, just dicing him up, scored a touchdown in the first drive. LeGarrette Blount ended with 69 yards. He probably got about 25 of those in the first drive. He looked really good, and it looked like it was going to be one of those Patriots games where he put up 40 points. That's seriously how it looked. Obviously, that didn't happen. He only averaged 3.3 yards a carry, and if you take out that first drive, I bet it is not even close to that. His longest carry was 13 yards. He did end up with 3 touchdowns, so fantasy owners are happy, but I don't really care about that. Someone his size better score on the goal line. I know one of his touchdowns was a sweep that he got from about 10 yards out, so good for him on that one. But, not impressed with the run game. That will change with Dion Lewis, guys. I can't emphasize more than I already have how important he is to the run game specifically. Yes, the pass game, because he makes people miss, but he can make people miss running up the middle, which is something not many people can do at his size specifically. So I believe that will only help. Our pass game, they really did their best to take Gronk out of the picture. 3 catches for 60 yards. It looks like they did, but one of those catches was insanely big on the last drive of the game. On 3rd and long, Tom Brady hit him for a really insanely, immaculately thrown deep ball. It looks like they took him out of the game, but when you make a big play like that, you can't really say you took someone out of the game. But at the end, last play of the game, should they have called the pass interference call on Cam Chancellor? I mulled it over, and look, I'm a very, very, very negative person when it comes to the modern NFL pass interference call. I believe they throw the flag way too much. They are not letting the defense play. As soon as I saw it happen, live, I said, "Oh, pass interference, no doubt." And then I watched it again, and I said, "Yeah, definitely pass interference," because when they made contact, Cam Chancellor pulled him to the ground when he fell, and Gronk tried to stay up and catch the ball. He flopped, tried to show that he got interfered with, but the original contact was made by both of them. Gronk and Cam Chancellor went at each other. Gronk didn't run like this and get hit. Gronk went at him like this, just like Cam Chancellor did. So I like the no call, to be completely honest. If Gronk just went about his day and tried to get to that corner with his hands in running motion, and then Cam put his hands on him, then that's a pass interference. But they both went at each other with intentions of just hitting each other, which is why I do like the no call. But whatever, I just wanted to get that out there. It looked like they took him out of the game, really, but then what happens when you try to take him out of the game? You have Martellus Bennett going for 7 catches and 102 yards. You can't take everybody away in this offense. You can't take both of them specifically away. One of them is going to do some damage. They tried to take out Gronk. They really didn't take him away. And Martellus Bennett rose from his ashes. I don't want to say, for a lack of a better term, I should say. Julian Edelman, 7 catches for 99 yards. James White, 4 catches for 32 yards. Look, guys, you can't take everybody away. That's why this offense is Super Bowl ready no matter what. They are Super Bowl ready. Adding Deion Lewis will only help that. But the question was never the offense for this team, guys. The question was the defense. And I was kind of doing some looking around and really evaluating my thought process on the Patriots defense. Because, look, they got destroyed last night. I'll put that out there first and foremost. Their defense got destroyed. It was disgusting. They were getting torched up and down the field every single drive. They looked awful. It was disgusting. I was ashamed. They couldn't stop them on any play. There was on no type of one specific type of play could they do anything. CJ Prosise has been a nobody this year, and despite a couple big plays throughout the year, and he just torched them. Russell Wilson, yes, he's healthy again, torched them. Doug Baldwin, who has been very spotty this year, very spotty, inconsistent, torched them. Oh, man, it's just like, and I'm just like, wow, how is this happening? Like, that's what kind of went through my head. Like, how is this happening? And then you think of this. The Patriots had a good defense last year. They had a good defense last year. They had a very good defense last year. When they had Chandler Jones, Akeem Hicks, Jamie Collins. Who am I forgetting? Oh, Dominique Easley, who was a very, 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 very well-utilized pass rusher on third and distance, even though he could barely ever stay healthy. All those guys are gone. You take those guys away, and you add Elandon Roberts. Let's see, you add Eric Rowe. You add Chris Long. Old Chris Long, not young Chris Long. And you expect... Oh, and Shane McClellan, can't forget about him. And you expect that team to be as good? That defense to be as good? I think that's a big mistake. You didn't need to get rid of any of those guys. That's the sad thing. You needed to get rid of them in the sense of you wanted to get something for them now before they leave on their own if you weren't going to pay them. But our defense, we could have all of those players still right now. And we decided not to. So, of course this defense isn't as good. That's what we should be saying. We should be saying, of course this defense isn't good. Because they took away 2 of their best players. And one of the guys that replaced... The guy that replaced Jamie Collins First weekend, Elandon Roberts. Now, the big thing about him was when Jamie Collins was here, he was playing most of the rushing downs instead of Jamie Collins. So I expected like Kyle Van Noy, the linebacker we traded for from the Lions, to play those passing downs so that Elandon Roberts could stick to his specialty and run defense. He got stood up so many times in the second level by linemen on the run defense. He had one big stop at the goal line. I'll give him that. It was a really nice stuff. But he was getting hit by the lineman on the second line of defense, I should say. What is it called? Second level. I think that might be what I'm talking about. He couldn't do much on the run D other than that one nice play on the goal line. And he got absolutely torched by CJ Prosise on a really long deep ball. He got lit up a couple times, which tells me they were playing him on passing downs. So he was a full-time guy last night for some reason. Logan Ryan, the guy that once I complimented him finally, after being down on him his entire career. One time I compliment him after the Texans game because of how well of a job he did against DeAndre Hopkins. And ever since then, he has just plain simply sucked. He has sucked. He has just sucked. He's been the player that he's been. Someone who will pick a ball off that's right at him and then let up 2 catches that are just wide open. Then intercept the ball and then let up 6 catches for 100 yards. He got lit up last night. He was thrown at 6 times, let up 6 catches for 101 yards, and let up the game-winning touchdown. Disgusting. I wasn't too impressed with Malcolm Butler either, guys. I won't lie. I wasn't too impressed with Malcolm Butler. He didn't wow me. He let up some catches too. He let up a touchdown catch. I wasn't wowed by him. No. I was wowed by Trey Flowers. I was very impressed by Trey Flowers. 2 sacks. The snap count for Jabal Sheard was really low. I don't have it here. But usually that is a sign of bad things if your snap count goes from full-time player to barely even part-time, which is something Jamie Collins could tell you all about. I don't know why. He was our leading sack artist, even though he didn't have a lot. He just leading because we can't get to the passer. Look, he didn't play much. Trey Flowers came into that role and had a good game. The 2 highlights in this game were definitely Trey Flowers and Malcolm Brown. Malcolm Brown played a great game, all game. He was great. Stuffed the middle very well. I loved it. Trey Flowers, good off the end. Justin Coleman was awful. Absolutely atrocious. He's our 3rd corner. They keep trying Justin Coleman and Eric Rowe, and Eric Rowe's made a couple nice plays, so I like him more than Justin Coleman. Justin Coleman sucks. Get him out of there. Look, guys, our defense is getting torn up. That is not a defense that can win a Super Bowl. That is half the defense, skill-wise, that won us a Super Bowl in XLX. Guys, I'm happy it happened because we know what we can learn from. I didn't want to be exposed like this. So our defense just got exposed. I did want there to be like teaching moments, but that wasn't a teaching moment. That was a back to the drawing board. Holy crap! Did I trade away too many good players to the point where we can't go win a Super Bowl? And I think that is Bill Belichick's goal. That is just not to win a Super Bowl. That's obviously the goal, but that is what he does. He trades away players and gets something for them now. Yes, it will hurt you. It will help you in the long run, but you can still win the Super Bowl. You are still good enough to win the Super Bowl. He wants to keep their defense at that level because he knows the offense is going to be above and beyond. He wants to make sure the defense is good enough to win now, but they're stocking for the future as well. I think this time he might have outdone himself. I think this season he's traded away too many people and not re-signed enough people to the point where his defense can't stay good enough while stocking for the future. And it's sad because The leading pass rusher in the entire NFL, we traded away. The best linebacker in football against the pass, we traded away. And really, a key to our defensive line last year, and Akeem Hicks, we didn't re-sign. Oh, man. I mean, I don't know what they... I don't know what they're going to do. You can't make Logan Ryan a better player. You can't make Landon Roberts a better player. By the Super Bowl is what I'm saying. You can't make a pass rush become like a pass. You can't make a pass rush in one season. So guys, look, there's a lot to be afraid of because our defense just got exposed. We just played that's the first good team we've played all season. When we played the Cardinals, they weren't good. We just played a good team and they exposed us. Be afraid, guys. Be kind of scared because they got to go back to the drawing board. Offense, don't be worried about that. The offense is going to be there, but the defense, not much to be happy about. They couldn't stop anything, no matter the down and distance. It's kind of gives me a reason to be nervous. Having a defense that can't stop anybody in a big moment is not good. Now, I will give credit in this one situation. I think it was like 8 times Seattle got into the red zone. They came away with 4 field goals. That's very good for the defense. It's not good that they went to the red zone that many times. That's awful. That's awful. But the fact that they're getting away with just field goals is big. So I'll take that. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry for the gloom video. It's scary. You know, our defense just got exposed, and it's not like we have personnel available, or it's not like the trade deadline is in 3 weeks and we can get somebody to help somewhere. We've made the moves. We've traded our top players now to get something for them and, you know, still hopefully stay in a winning position this year, but I think Bill might have bitten off more than he can chew, and it's kind of scary. So, have a good day, everybody. Go Pats, thebeantownexpress.com.